Hello, and welcome to this hypnosis file. This hypnosis file is meant to help those who constantly feel that they are apologizing for everything to just stop apologizing unless you mean it. What I mean by that is that we will be rewriting your brain to be able to say words like, "Excuse me," or "Thank you for waiting," instead of going and defaulting to saying, "I'm sorry." This little trick will allow you to feel like there's less guilt because you are not a burden for having basic needs. If this sounds useful, then please continue listening. To start, we're going to focus on your breathing. Take a deep breath in, holding 1, 2, 3, and out. A deep breath in, holding 1, 2, 3, and out. And repeat, just like that. For every breath you take, you will feel slightly more relaxed. For every breath you take, you will feel slightly more focused on my voice. For every breath you take, you'll be able to fall deeper and deeper into what we describe as trance. Trance is the state of mind where you are in a flow state, complete and total focus. In this case, focus on this hypnosis video, my voice, and my words. Once we reach a state of complete trance, we will then be able to give you those suggestions to overwrite your need to apologize. Note that you don't need to shut out all other thoughts. You just simply will allow them to pass by you idly, like a meditation. So just breathe in, hold, and out, and listen to my words, so that way you can accept my suggestions, allowing you to become more open-minded and ready to accept my words, knowing that I am here to help you, knowing that this is something that you want, something you desire, to be able to finally take all those times of apologizing and wishing that you could apologize for apologizing so much, and making that a thing of the past. So go on. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and out. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and out. Good. Completely and totally focused on my voice. Ready for a countdown to fully embrace trance. 5. What was once many thoughts, buzzing and zipping around, beginning to condense like a thick fog over your mind. 4. A thick fog having my words shine through like a light in the ocean. 3. Those fog clouds condensing, beginning to rain, beginning to pour, as it gently washes over your mind. 2. Those drip, drip, dripping drops, dripping away those little thoughts as a whirlpool begins to form at the bottom of your brainstem. And 1. Allowing all those idle thoughts to simply flow away, unneeded in this moment, so you can focus on me. 0. Allowing your mind to deep drop, deep drop, deep drop into safe, wonderful, blissful trance. Deep drop, deep drop, deep drop. Allowing your mind to sleep. Now, you are ready to accept the suggestions. This is what we will do for when you feel the need to apologize. A few affirmations that I would like you to mentally repeat. I am not a burden. I am allowed to have needs. Other people care about me, and other people are happy to accommodate me. Accept these things into your mind. Even if you are skeptical, simply think them and attempt to believe them. Next, you will no longer be able to say the words, I am sorry, unless you are able to give a full sentence explanation of exactly what you are sorry for. You will also be unable to say, I'm sorry, if you can reasonably substitute it in using a phrase like excuse me or thank you for. For example, if someone you was waiting for you, you will say, thank you for waiting, thank you for your patience, thank you for listening to me. Things of that nature. If you hear something like, oh, well, I need to do this or this, then you can say, excuse me, what did you say? Instead of the, I'm sorry, what did you say? Because you don't need to be sorry to ask for clarifications. You do not need to be sorry for many of the things going on. If there is a circumstance where you are wanting to express empathy, you will instead substitute it of saying instead something like, I'm sorry that happened, with, I hope that it can get better, or thank you for sharing it with me. These are the many examples that there could be, and there can be very many other examples where you might want to say, I am sorry. But after listening to this file, the phrase, I am sorry, will no longer be a knee-jerk response, a knee-jerk reaction. It is something that you will actively need to consider and say if you truly are sorry for something. But first, you will look to those alternative phrases. Once again, you are not a burden. Once again, you are allowed to be accommodated. And once again, you are allowed to have needs. Understand these things. We are ready to bring you back up from trance. If you feel like you continue to struggle with that phrase, then I would recommend you listen to this file again. And if you find that there are other people who struggle, I would also recommend that you would recommend them this video. So with that out of the way, let us count you up. 1. Deep, happy, content, feeling comfortable in your trance. 2. A deep breath in, feeling relaxed and rejuvenated, ready to go about your day. 3. The cogs of your mind turning once more, allowing free thought to flow through easily. 4. Awareness returning to your mind as my words become more faint, less powerful. And 5. Awaken and welcome back from trance. I hope that this file was useful to you, and if you're interested, my channel has many other files, both on for fun as well as for help such as this. If you really enjoyed this file, then I would recommend that you check out my Patreon, which you can join using this description below. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.